9 Pokemon games, 9 different generations, all being played by one controller. But the real question is, why? For years, Pokemon fans have argued about which one of these historic games is truly the best, but we never had a way to actually determine which one would actually come on top. That is, until today. I've statistically, factually, and probably found a, pretty good, okay way to find out the hard facts that can't be community guidelined or noted. And that's by actually getting our hands dirty and doing what no game journalist would ever dare to do. Actually play the games. Well, except, all at once. But why? I don't understand. What is there to be proven by playing them all at once? What kind of monstrosity is this? I guess I still haven't quite answered your question here, Senpai YouTube section. Well, by playing them all at once simultaneously on one controller, I can quite easily and very queasily recreate a Fortnite Battle Royale to see which one would come out victorious among all child video games by determining what one can encounter the rarest of all Pokemon loot, a shiny. Yep, the current so rare and mystical, most players never even see one of these playing the game. Yeah, that's right, I'm effectively using gambling as the end-all be-all logistical factual evidence that picks the best game. You may still question how catching a shiny Pokemon first qualifies a game to be the best. We're talking about a totally luck-based objective, where some of these odds are, stacked against us. And in fact, an entire generation can't even participate. But honestly, these games barely function as a whole. I wouldn't really go around considering them the best or anything like that. And the real answer to your question is simple. I'm just a huge fan of spreading misinformation. And I've already made a video about how fast I catch a shiny Pokemon in every game. In fact, I've almost completed every Pokemon game with only shiny Pokemon. So my views on what makes a Pokemon game the best, might be a little based. Speaking of spreading misinformation, just now I tried to set up my totally legal licensed hardware for this challenge, and my hardware seems to have overheated. You see, I wanted to play every Pokemon game ever, but my Nintendo home console systems had the collective power of 3 nuclear reactors, and my country isn't legally allowed to open carry that much power without a warrant. So before I committed war crimes, it seems I am limited to only 6 Pokemon games at once. Which is still technically 9 screens at once, thanks to the dual-screen family entertainment systems. Yep, that's right. There's 9 screens. That do be why they call me R9 Screens after all. We'll be hunting in the first 6 Pocket Monster games that shinies are possible to be encountered with Pokemon Crystal, Sapphire, Fire Red, Platinum, Black 2, and X, effectively making it possible to explore all around the world at once. Meaning, 4 Japanese locations, New York, and France. So yeah, basically the entire world. You see, our games of choice here all have varying odds and variables that make it unlikely for them to reign victorious, with the game with the most advantage being Pokemon X, being the only game out of the 6 to have half the odds. While in the other games, encountering a shiny is roughly between 1 in every 8,192 encounters. In Pokemon X and Y, they changed it to 1 in 4,096. So, if Pokemon X wins, it's cheating. You see, odds are merely but a suggestion. As a gambling man myself, I feel as if playing these games would increase my odds. Equal to the number of games we were playing. 6? As you would, but you see, the hardcore shiny collectors and the likes of Bulbapedia, or even Cerebi, would like to let you believe otherwise. They like to say it's more along the lines of, having extra spins, which does not result in better odds. You see, I am just simply spinning more slot machines at once. Yeah, you could say I'm, spinning the gotcha here. We start 6 brand new save files, having us introduced into 6 different Pokemon worlds. By 6 different professors? No, one of these is like the other. With only our one controller in hand, we quickly run into, a few problems. The first being, Pokemon Platinum decided it wanted to be a little different. Yeah, I just wanted to be a little quirky. It's just a little bit of a silly goose here. You see, Pokemon Platinum requires us to touch the touchscreen multiple times. And you see, I didn't quite have room for the touchscreen in my line of vision here. Yeah, I just can't really see into the 4th dimension like that. After figuring out that slight problem, naming ourselves in one game, might have some immeasurable consequences in another. Like how naming myself in Fire Red seemed to have, somehow named myself in Crystal. All the way over here, XIIP, or Qi, the 13th Emperor of Imperial China. You see, a task as simple as going down the stairs might be easy for one trainer, but the other 5, yeah, they aren't so lucky. To make this possible, we almost just have to see what game is free from the endless scrolling text, and take that opportunity to make it to the next checkpoint. Yeah, it's a very organized and oiled machine we have here. Yeah, don't mind Fire Red and X over here. I meant to do all that. I want them in the corner right here. It's part of the strats. Fire Red, to no surprise, based off the simplicity of the first games, is able to get our starter and begin the challenge pretty quickly. I guess I should say, the challenge doesn't actually commence until all games have acquired Pokeballs, and we're actually ready to start hunting. You know, just so we don't make anything more complicated than it already is. Also, it might be a good time to mention that I've never played Pokemon Black 2. So despite having only heard great things about it, I am unaware of where I'm even supposed to go here. Not that I am able to do that. But yes, that do be my first experience with the supposed best Pokemon game ever. Well, but you see, you don't understand. I'm excited to ruin my trip to Disneyland by controlling 6 forklifts and hunting for sparkly creatures. Pokemon X and Fire Red, hands down, have the easiest games to acquire Pokeballs in. I mean, in Pokemon X, you just see your friends, talk to your mom, head outside of town, done. Simple. I mean, in Pokemon Fire Red, you do gotta deliver Professor Oak's package. I mean, but that's much more manageable than acquiring a mystery egg 2 towns over, defeating a criminal, and then getting interrogated by the police for a crime you never committed. I'm just glad we aren't fortunate enough to have to worry about more modern Pokemon games like Sword and Shield. Come on, let's be honest. No one wants to travel to Britain. My favorite British lore is when they enslave and commit genocide to all nations they encounter that doesn't look like them, including my very own country. But on the other hand, I guess I can't be too mad. You know, you could say I really sympathize with the villain here because, well, I wouldn't exist if it wasn't for them. It's almost as if finding out Ben Shapiro is my dad. So yeah, it's almost as bad as hunting in Pokemon France. Getting every game to the point where we can start the challenge has already taken us 55 minutes. So you already know it's about to be some hot garbage. I do want to point out that I picked my lore-accurate starters in every game, which happens to be all grass starters. I know, and it's not because they were the easiest to choose. No, not at all. Except Crystal. I wouldn't be caught dead choosing that thing. Anyways, now that all games are ready, today we'll be hunting the old-fashioned way. Or well, at least on which I used to rely. With Go-Go Gadget open carry at the Safari Zone. I'm talking no speed up, no enhanced odds, and no boys allowed. What? You think I would dare make something as difficult as this easier? Commencing the Ret 1 hunts, we have some very interesting cast of creatures that we can come across. But I'd like to point out that only Pokemon Platinum and Black 2 have exclusively unique encounters. As you can see, the other games seem to share a little bit. I guess that means that Pokemon Platinum and Black 2 have the most creative integrity, almost guaranteeing that there's no fucking way that they're gonna win this challenge. Life never rewards art like that, unless you die. Then you are remembered. It's very difficult to coordinate running from 6 battles at 6 different times, and even staying on the grass patches all at once, while using one controller, let's not forget. No one man is supposed to have this much power. I'm wielding 6 goddamn Game Boys in a dream. Joseph Hussein Biden couldn't even stop me. I mean, in some of these games, I'm running, and the other ones, I'm wasting Pokeballs somehow. I swear, if Fire Red has no Pokeballs and encounters a shiny, because I ran from a battle in X and Platinum, I'll be real mad at this Rattata and this Pidgey, even if that Rattata has runaway ability, and I don't have to worry about being unable to free from battles. Unlike Platinum, whose starter is unable to outspeed the whole wildlife economy. Whoa, come on! I thought turtles were supposed to be fast. I mean, it did beat the air after all, didn't it? I mean, come on. What is wrong with y'all, Pokemon? Be more historically accurate, okay? This would normally be where you turn your brain off and just start, running in circles, rinse and repeat. You can't really do that when half the games are dying and getting stuck infinitely and talking to mom. Help! Please, make it stop! Not the words! What do they say? Also, I'm realizing today, right now, actually recording this, Fire Red and Leaf Green don't have a day and night cycle? How come no one been telling me this? I mean, I know it has to follow Gen 1, but really, this close? No nighttime? That's fucked up. There is one unfortunate contestant in this battle that goes by the name of Pokemon Sapphire, which I know for a fact is someone's favorite Pokemon game out there, because I get that comment all the time Well, it's more specifically Emerald, but you get the point. They're basically the same thing. Pokemon Sapphire is unfortunate because its shiny rates are based on, and I'm not even kidding here, the exact frame you land a battle on. Yep, nothing else. Which is even funnier because Fire Red and Sapphire are the only games running at 60 FPS. It's even more ridiculous, in fact, if your game clock battery was dead. I'm pretty sure it's impossible to even encounter shiny Pokemon as a whole, thanks to that. So far, we're only 3 hours into this challenge, and my Nintendo licensed hardware is getting very hot. It's getting so hot, Sephiroth just stood there and watched my house burn down, with my wife and 3 kids still inside. I understand you may think something as difficult and important as picking the best Pokemon game ever by using Russian roulette is a very childish way to make a decision with such political importance. But my brother in Christ, you probably chose your favorite Pokemon game when you were 10. 10 screens is a much more credible source. Welcome back to my Minecraft Let's Play. I finally did it, guys. I found out the true power of a Nintendo. By harnessing 9 consoles, I've harnessed the power strong enough to kill God. Again. Yeah. Guess I'll never have to bring Grandma to church ever again. We're officially 4 hours into this challenge, which I guess is really like 28 hours if you use the power of maths. I mean, as thrilling as this gameplay is, other than the occasional blackout, nothing to really report here. My favorite gameplay do be when I bet 18 hours of my life on Red, only to find out I was playing f***ing Go Fish the whole time. The unimaginable happened, and I went outside. Oh my god, you're not gonna believe this shit, guys. They have shinies in the real world, too. And not just the children, the women, too. Oh, sorry, I'm talking about the 4-leaf clover here, guys. Can you believe these things grant you good luck for life? I mean, if I find enough of them, I might get lucky enough that the cops will never find the bodies from 2005. As if this video couldn't get any more godlike. The winner of the $5 Fortnite card, getting a victory royale after only 5 hours and 15 minutes, Pokemon Crystal. That's right. Chinese Emperor himself, with a shiny Hoot-Hoot, and now the factually proven best Pokemon game ever. Proven by Big Pharma and scientific science, all while being played on one controller. Well, out of the first 6 generations, that is. If you'd like to see me take this on with 6 more Pokemon games and get to the real bottom of this, I'm gonna need you guys to, like and comment down below. Anyways, I gotta go. The Canadian government are at my house. Yeah, I tried to play 8 Pokemon games at once. And I think they may have found the bodies. Legalized nuclear bombs.